This meeting is convened in accordance with the provisions of the Open Public Meeting Act of New Jersey. Let the official minutes reflect that adequate notice of this meeting has been provided by publishing a notice in the Asbury Park Press on Tuesday, January 8, 2019, and also forwarded to the Toms River Times, Toms River Patch, and WOBM News on Wednesday, January 3, 2019, and thereafter posting same on the Town Hall Bulletin Board for such notices and filing same with the Township Clerk, pursuant to a resolution adopted by the Township Council on January 3, 2019. The notice was also posted on the Township webpage.
Councilwoman Yurick.
Here.
Councilman Kubel.
Present.
Councilwoman Maruka.
Present.
Councilman Roderick.
Here.
Councilman Turnbach.
Here.
Council Vice President Hill.
Here.
Council President Whitman.
Here.
First item is the approval of minutes of March 12, 2019.
Move the minutes into the record.
Second.
Motion was made by Councilman Kubel, second by Councilwoman Yurick. Councilman Kubel?
Yes.
Councilwoman Yurick.
Yes.
Councilwoman Maruka.
Yes.
Councilman Roderick.
Yes.
Councilman Turnbach.
Yes.
Council Vice President Hill.
Yes.
Council President Whitman.
Yes.
Next are honoring resolutions and presentations, and tonight we will be celebrating the 2019 New Jersey Recreation and Park Association Award for the Huddy Park improvements.
Move the resolutions into the record.
Second.
Motion was made by Councilman Kubel, seconded by Councilman Turnbach. Councilman Kubel.
Yes.
Councilman Turnbach.
Yes.
Councilwoman Yurick.
Yes.
Councilwoman Maruka.
Yes.
Councilman Roderick.
Yes.
Council Vice President Hill.
Yes, and I want to thank Bob for the work that he did on this. Thank you, Bob.
Council President Whitman.
Yes, and I understand there's going to be like a 2-minute video. I asked Mr. Shinkelian to show the video because I guess the person from the parks was not able to make it tonight. So we'll show that, and I guess the council could come down and see that.
Good. How are you?
Yes, I think it's got to warm up for a second. That's coming. Oh, that's pretty good. You need a darker box? No, I think that's okay.
Good evening, everybody. As Council President Whitman mentioned, this is an award that the township received from the New Jersey Parks and Recreation Group. As you all know, about 2-3 years ago, we started to work on the Huddy Park. The bulkheads were all damaged and needed to be replaced. During that process, then Township Clerk, Township Historian Mark Mutter had met with us in the Historic Commission about redoing some of the historic features of the park. They then, as I recall, had a contest with some of the high school students. Some of the students got together and came up with some concepts which were used in the design of the park. If you recall, there was an old, looked like timber piles that outlined the old fort. We were able to use that like a wall to kind of symbolize that, but make it a little less prone to graffiti and problems that we're having over there. The commission came out after the park was constructed this summer, and we received an award for it. And this is a video that was put together as part of the awards ceremony. To commemorate its 250th anniversary, Toms River celebrated with a complete renovation of downtown's Joshua Huddy Park in 2017. Prior to this, Toms River's oldest park had become weathered from age and exposure to the elements, and in the process had lost its historic identity as a colonial-era landmark. Renovations to Huddy Park included a new formal entry point consisting of a grand gateway
with a new emblem, concrete pavers, a 40-foot-high flagpole, and 3 8-foot-tall stainless steel Revolutionary Soldier silhouettes, illuminated with color-changing LED accent lights that can be customized to complement the seasons. The park's concession stand was renovated as well, providing an update to its appearance. New themed fencing and sidewalks were installed throughout the park, and a 10-foot-wide stamped concrete walkway was placed for visitors to enjoy. The bridge was cleaned and restained, and the landscaping was remapped to provide more space for annual functions, frequently hosted by the township. Storm-damaged bulkheads were replaced with a new vinyl bulkhead system, allowing local boaters to visit the park via the Toms River waterway. Nautical-style light fixtures adorn the park, allowing for nighttime use, and a Fort Barrier memorial details the history of the Toms River blockhouse. All 4 of the park's gazebos were renovated with standing seam aluminum roofs, aluminum handrails, and fresh stain, providing a stunning new venue for Toms River to host concerts and other live events. With the incorporation of a new decorative stone bulletin board and stainless steel town crier silhouette, visitors can stay current on upcoming events at Huddy Park. Huddy Park's renovation has provided downtown Toms River with a beautiful new location for both residents and visitors to enjoy year-round.
Can I call up the Historical Commission members that are here? Tom, you want to come up? You got something? Come on up.
Good evening, plaque here, yeah. I know you folks from the Historic Society or Commission were very instrumental in helping us, and we just are in the process of making those other plaques with the description. And we're really proud of this. It's really something, and this was done by the engineering firm that put this thing together, this whole project. And Bob Chinkalian and all of our folks who worked on it deserve a lot of credit. It's really something we can all be very proud of. And we have, Bob was awarded this plaque. Yeah, Bob, yeah. Oh, come on over here. Here. You were the driving force. No, Bob. Yeah. Yeah, Bob was the driving force behind this, and Bob, you deserve a lot of congratulations. It's really a showplace, and I know we're looking forward to a lot of other activities there. For the last 2 years, we've had Shakespeare in the park, and I believe they're going to come back again this year, so congratulations. And the boat shows and any other events like that.
Yeah, I think Jared's working on a couple other events.
Right, correct. So congratulations, and thank you for all of your help, too. Okay?
It's here, and then come on up.
Oh, we didn't know.
I'm sorry, we didn't know that they were here.
Are you the guy, folks that? Well, come on up. Oh, yeah. No? Don't be bashful. Yeah, come on up. Yeah. All right. And we're going to ask each one of you to. Yeah, we're going to ask each one of you to do a speech. You ready to do a speech?
You're funny. You're cute.
Just tell us your name.
My name is Kylie Quinn,
And where do you go to school?
Stockton University.
Okay, and you partook in this design event?
Not us. Not us.
What do you do?
None of us did.
Well, what are you doing here? Oh, what are you doing here? You don't? So tell me your name.
Josh Flowers.
Josh, you tell us what you did.
I went to high school east.
Okay. And what part did you have?
I didn't have any part in this. I was up here to take a. I thought we were
Yeah. Nice. Okay. All right. Well, listen, whether you did anything or not, you're welcome to be here tonight. Thank you.
I still can't get this. Oh,
Go ahead, Allison. Yeah.
Item 7 on the agenda is an ordinance of the Township Council of the Township of Toms River, Ocean County, New Jersey, authorizing the mayor to execute and the township clerk to attest to a lease agreement with Docksider Marina LLC to lease a section of Block 1097.01, Lot 172, for the construction of a township-operated recreational kayak launch and associated amenities. This is a final reading.
This is a portion of the meeting open for public comment on this ordinance. Anyone wishing to speak on this ordinance, please raise your hand and come to the microphone. Identify yourself and state your name and address for the record.
Seeing none, move to close public comment.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Move the ordinance on final?
Second.
Motion was made by Councilwoman Maruka, seconded by Councilman Kubel. Councilwoman Maruka.
Yes.
Councilman Kubel.
Yes.
Councilwoman Yurick.
Yes.
Councilman Roderick.
Yes.
Councilman Turnbach.
Yes.
Council Vice President Hill.
Yes.
Council President Whitman.
Yes.
Item 8 is an ordinance of the Township Council of the Township of Toms River, Ocean County, New Jersey, to exceed the municipal budget appropriation limits and to establish a cap bank pursuant to NJSA 40A:4-45.14, final reading.
Again, this is a portion of the meeting open for public comment on this ordinance. Anyone wishing to speak on this ordinance, please raise your hand and state your name and address for the record if you come up.
Seeing none, move to close public comment.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Move the ordinance on final.
Second.
Motion was made by Councilman Kubel, seconded by Councilwoman Yurick. Councilman Kubel?
Yes.
Councilwoman Yurick.
Yes.
Councilwoman Maruka.
Yes.
Councilman Roderick.
I'm going to abstain. I didn't have an opportunity to discuss this.
Councilman Turnbach.
Yes.
Council Vice President Hill.
Yes.
Council President Whitman.
Yes.
Item 9 is an ordinance of the Township Council of the Township of Toms River, Ocean County, New Jersey, amending and supplementing Section 175-27F of the Township Code to establish revised timeframes for the operation of motor vehicles on the township beaches. First reading.
Move the ordinance on first?
Second.
Motion was made by Councilwoman Maruka, seconded by Councilman Turnbach. Councilwoman Maruka.
Yes.
Councilman Turnbach.
Yes.
Councilwoman Yurick.
Yes.
Councilman Kubel.
Yes.
Councilman Roderick.
Yes.
Council Vice President Hill.
Yes.
Council President Whitman.
Yes.
Item 10 is a resolution of the Township Council of the Township of Toms River, Ocean County, New Jersey, introducing, approving, and establishing the date for a public hearing on the 2019 Toms River Special Improvement District budget.
Move the resolution? Second.
Motion made by Councilwoman Yurick, seconded by Councilwoman Maruka. Councilwoman Yurick.
Yes.
Councilwoman Maruka.
Yes.
Councilman Kubel.
Yes.
Councilman Roderick.
Yes.
Councilman Turnbach.
I have to abstain as my business is within the bid district.
Council Vice President Hill.
Yes.
Council President Whitman.
Yes.
Next on the agenda is the consent agenda. All matters listed under item consent agenda will be enacted by one motion in the form listed below. There will be no separate discussion of these items. If discussion is desired on any item, that item will be considered separately. Item A is a resolution of the Township Council authorizing assignment by municipality of tax sale certificates for the full amount of the certificate, including all subsequent municipal taxes and other municipal charges pursuant to NJSA 54:113. Item B is a resolution of the Township Council authorizing refund of overpayment of taxes. Item C is a resolution of the Township Council authorizing a joint purchasing agreement with the County of Ocean and Music Management Associates, care of Frank Hughes, for the sharing of the summer concert series for 2019 for 7 concerts with various bands in the amount not to exceed $8,881. D is a resolution of the Township Council authorizing the first extension of the existing contract for the leasing of advertising revenue contractor to Web Alliance International Agency, LLC, for a shared revenue of 80% to the vendor, contractor, and 20% to the Township of Toms River, commencing May 9, 2019 through May 8, 2020. Item E is a resolution of the Township Council authorizing the Township to retain Bright View Engineering, LLC, for professional traffic planning services with regard to the Toms River Downtown Redevelopment Plan and authorizing payment in the amount of $22,500. Item F is a resolution of the Township Council authorizing the award of an open-ended contract for the analysis audit of telecommunications charges and services to Troy & Banks Incorporated, who meets all of the bid specifications and is the lowest responsible bidder. G is a resolution of the Township Council authorizing the award of open-ended contracts for the supply of printed flat forms, letterheads, and envelopes to Ridgewood Press, Papermart Incorporated, Concept Print, VIP Copy and Printing Center, and TC Squared LLC, trading as Centurion Printing, who meet all of the bid specifications and are the lowest responsible bidders. Item H is a resolution authorizing the IT Department and Purchasing Division to dispose of IT equipment which is no longer needed for public use by the IT Department pursuant to NJSA 48:11-36. Item I is a resolution of the Township Council rejecting the bid received from Magic Touch Company Incorporated as sole bidder for licensed plumber services, having no basis for comparison that Magic Touch Company Incorporated would be the lowest, most responsive, and responsible bidder, and authorizing to appropriate Township officials to rebid this service. Item J is a resolution of the Township Council amending resolution dated February 26, 2019, rescinding award of contract to Riddell All-American for item number 133. The bidder made an error in pricing and is unable to hold the bid price. Quotes will be obtained prior to purchase as needed for the duration of the contract term. Item K is a resolution of the Township Council authorizing a professional service contract with VCOM LLC for telecommunications engineering services to obtain 700 megahertz and microwave FFC licensing and support for the new radio communication system for the Public Safety Communications Upgrade Project for the Township for a total cost estimated to be $40,100, and authorizing the mayor to execute and the Township clerk to attest to an agreement with VCOM LLC. L is a resolution of the Township Council authorizing the mayor to execute and the Township clerk to attest to an agreement with Dan Zarilla Recycling to provide for removal and recycling services for the disposal of automotive batteries at the Municipal Recycling Center. Item M is a resolution of the Township Council authorizing the retention and testing services of J.R. Henderson Labs Incorporated for laboratory groundwater analysis of the water in the vicinity of the landfill for the year 2019 in the maximum amount not to exceed $10,656. N is a resolution of the Township Council authorizing the mayor to execute and the Township clerk to attest to an agreement with John Leonetti Associates doing business as Lorco Petroleum Services, wherein they will provide for the collection and recycling of waste oil in need of disposal received at the Municipal Recycling Center, Public Works Garage, Police Garage, and the Bailey Maintenance Shop at a current rate payable to the Township. Item O is a resolution of the Township Council authorizing the mayor to execute and the Township clerk to attest to an agreement with John Blewett Incorporated, Brick Recycling Company Incorporated, and Tri-State Recycling for the marketing of recycled white goods for the Department of Public Works. P is a resolution of the Township Council imposing charges incurred under Section 3 of the 2006 International Property Maintenance Code as a lien on real property, and directing the tax collector to collect these costs and impose interest on unpaid costs in the same manner as provided for in the collection of real estate taxes in the Township of Toms River, Ocean County, New Jersey. Item Q is a resolution of the Township Council authorizing the Township of Toms River to accept a fiscal year 17 Homeland Security grant from the State of New Jersey Office of Homeland Security and Preparedness in the amount of $7,535 for the purchase of approved equipment, training, Hurst Strong Arm Kit, and authorizing the mayor to execute and the township clerk to attest to a memorandum of understanding with the County of Ocean in connection with this grant. Item R is a resolution of the Township Council for the Township of Toms River extending the term of certain contracts exempt from public bidding to April 23, 2019. Item S is a resolution of the Township Council releasing maintenance guarantees for a major site plan known as Fairways at Bailey Clubhouse, Block 571, Lot 89 at Bailey Road. T is a resolution of the Township Council releasing performance guarantees and accepting maintenance guarantees for a minor subdivision known as Nottingham Corner, Shefflin and Rubin, Block 571.26, Lot 63, Colonial Drive and Old Freehold Road. Item U is a resolution of the Township Council releasing maintenance guarantees for a minor site plan known as Toms River Equities, Block 577, Lot 24, at 1258 Hooper Avenue. Item V is a resolution of the Township Council releasing performance guarantees and accepting maintenance guarantees for a minor site plan known as Block 796.03, Lot 25, at 2000 Adams Avenue. Item W is a resolution of the Township Council accepting performance guarantees for a minor site plan known as Block 1039, Lot 578, 579, and 580 at 102 Fielder Avenue. Item X is a resolution of the Township Council accepting stabilization guarantees for a major site plan known as Block 578, Lot 3.01 and 3.03 at 1201 Hooper Avenue. Y is a resolution of the Township Council authorizing the execution and filing of consent judgment by William Willard, Toms River Township Affordable Housing Attorney, in the matter Caliber Home Loans versus Fleming et al., docket number OCN-F-022941-18. Item Z is a resolution of the Township Council authorizing the person-to-person transfer of plenary consumption liquor license 1507-33-004-006 from Miraglia Enterprise LLC to Bay 3 Limited in Pocket. And item AA is a resolution of the Township Council authorizing the person-to-person transfer of plenary consumption liquor license 1507-33-004-006 from Bay 3 Limited to RTC Restaurant Corp., also in Pocket.
Okay, any of the council like to have any items removed and discussed separately? Okay. Anyone from the public would like to have any items removed and discussed separately?
Seeing none, I move the consent agenda.
Okay, wait a minute, we have one. What item, ma'am? Which item would you like? W, okay.
Everything but the,
Okay, could I have a motion on all items except W?
So moved.
second.
Could we have a roll call?
Motion was made to move the consent agenda with the exception of item W, made by Councilman Roderick, seconded by Councilman Kubel. Councilman Roderick.
Yes.
Councilman Kubel.
Yes.
Councilwoman Yurick.
Yes.
Councilwoman Maruka.
Yes.
Councilman Turnbach.
Yes.
Council Vice President Hill.
Yes.
Council President Whitman.
Yes. Okay, ma'am, you want to discuss item W, you can come up and please identify yourself, name and address for the record.
Catherine Crisafulli, 420 6th Terrace, Ortley Beach, New Jersey.
Okay, thank you.
And on W, it says 105 Fielder. Is that in Ortley Beach?
I believe it is, but I'll ask the township engineer to come up and discuss it for you
Yeah.
and answer your question.
It is Ortley Beach.
This is just accepting performance bonds to do the work in accordance with the board's approval. But here's the. You can take that.
Do you have any other questions, ma'am? No. Okay.
Move item W.
Second.
Item W moved by Councilman Kubel, seconded by Councilwoman Maruka. Councilman Kubel.
Yes.
Councilwoman Maruka.
Yes.
Councilwoman Yurick.
Yes.
Councilman Roderick.
Yes.
Councilman Turnbach.
Yes.
Council Vice President Hill.
Yes.
Council President Whitman.
Yes.
We do not have any reports tonight, so we can go right to the bills.
Move the bills.
Second?
Motion made by Councilman Kubel, second by Councilwoman Maruka. Councilman Kubel.
I abstain to PO 1901326, 1901517, 1901513, 1805380, and 1901327 payable to the Board of Fire Commissioners. Yes to the balance.
Councilwoman Maruka.
Abstain to PO 19-01449, payable to NJMVC, and PO 19-00456, payable to Terry Brady Esquire. I have a conflict. Yes to the balance.
Councilwoman Yurick.
I abstain from PO 1901237 and 1901454, payable to Remington and Vernick. PO 1901449, only as it pertains to recreation salaries, and PO 19-00619, Borough of Lavallette. Yes to the balance.
Councilman Turnbach.
I abstain from PO 19-01449, payable to the magistrates, and PO 19-00455, payable to the law firm of Siddall, Holzapfel, and Zabarski. Conflict from a local attorney in town. Yes to the balance.
Councilman Roderick.
I have no conflicts. I vote yes.
Council Vice President Hill.
Yes, with the following extensions: 19-00162, 19-01451, as it pertains to the Board of Education, 19-00456, Terry Brady Esquire, and 19-01521, and 19-01449, only as it pertains to Toms River Schools and St. Luke's Church. Yes to the balance on that PO.
Council President Whitman.
Yes, with the following two exemptions. They're payable to Remington and Verdict. Purchase order number 19-01237 and 19-01454, as pertains to Area Properties LLC in the amount of $7,029.01. I have a conflict. Yes to the balance.
Next are elected officials' comments.
Okay, Mayor Kelleher? Okay. Vice President, Council Vice President Hill?
Thank you, Council President. The Patch recently had an article about graduation rates for public school districts in New Jersey. I found it interesting that the top 10 graduation rates, 4 of the schools were vocational schools, county vocational schools. Union County, Bergen County, Atlantic County, and Morris County. All were in the range of 99 to 100%. On the other side, of the lowest 10, there were 3. My favorites: Newark at 75.69%, Camden at 68.47%, and Trenton at 67.79%. The combined state aid going to just these 3 school districts was $1.34 billion. That represents about 3% of the entire New Jersey budget for 3 failing districts. And that figure doesn't include the $25 million plus up to Newark and another $98 million for the preschool aid in Newark. Added together, we'd be $1.46 billion. The cost per pupil in all 3 of those districts exceeds $30,000 a year. Obviously, money is not the answer because it's not working. Instead, they're taking money from successful, efficient suburban districts such as Toms River with a graduation rate of almost 92% and a per pupil cost of $16,000. Perhaps the state needs to look at some innovative solutions. Essex County Vocational School had a graduation rate of 95.3%, while Newark's graduating 75.69%. I think we need to consider introducing vocational ed programs earlier than the high school level when students are already reaching the age when they voluntarily will drop out. Vocational programs still provide basic math, science, and English programs, and students still have the ability to go on to community colleges or 4-year colleges. Something has to change, as the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results, and that's what's happening with New Jersey school aid. On another note, on a happier note, Sunday was like the first day of spring, and I happened to drive by Castle Park, and it was packed. I mean, you couldn't find a parking spot. And the same thing with our field at Veterans Park. So the weather's breaking. And finally, to quote James Earl Jones from Field of Dreams, one constant through all the years has been baseball. Major League Baseball starts Thursday.
Great, thank you. Councilman Roderick.
I have no comments.
Councilman Cabell.
No further comments this evening.
Councilman Turnback.
No comment, thank you.
Councilwoman Maruka.
Thank you, Council President. I just want to mention a couple of events that I was able to attend this week, along with members of the council, Councilman Turnbuck, Councilwoman Hurick, and the mayor, and that was the vigil at the mosque this past Friday night. It was in remembrance of the 50 victims that were brutally gunned down in New Zealand the week before. On a lighter note, Councilwoman Hurick and I were also at the dodgeball tournament that was put on by our PBA for the Police Unity Tour, and I got to tell you, what a great event. The place was packed. They had both gyms going. They had section for the younger children so they could compete, and they also had a section for the older officers and the older adults that wanted to play with that. They had over 43 teams. It was such a great event. I know a lot of our employees were there. I know Sharon had stopped by, and it was really a great time for Toms River, and I hope they continue that event because it was really very, very successful. And then also, I know this next Saturday coming up, April 6th, one of our Boy Scout troops is having a spaghetti dinner at Pleasant Plains. That's from 4 to 7. Encourage you to attend that. And there was just another one this past Sunday over at Silverton Firehouse. So 'tis the season for spaghetti dinners and Boy Scouts serving. It's just great to be a member of the Toms River community. Thank you, Council President.
You're welcome. Councilwoman Hurick.
Just to echo what Councilwoman Maruka was saying about, I wanted to thank the Islamic Center of Ocean County for hosting a beautiful event last Friday in remembrance of the terrible attacks in New Zealand, and that our hearts are with those who suffered from that attack. And on a lighter note, Exit 82 is having a comedy night this weekend, so get downtown, support our businesses downtown. And Food Fest is fast approaching on May 4th, so get your applications in for a table, or if you want to just show up on May the 4th. That's it.
Thank you. I have no additional comments. At this time, I'll open up for public comment. Anyone wishing to speak, please raise your hand, come to the microphone, identify yourself, and you have 5 minutes. So open up. Anyone wishing to speak, please raise your hand. Yes, ma'am, come on up.
Yeah, it's your name.
Okay.
Catherine Crisafulli, 426 Terrace, Ortley Beach. I just want to come up and say thank you to Maria Maruka and Bob for all the work that they've done for the kayak ramp in Ortley. The kayak ramp is directly in back of my house, and I am thrilled that I'm going to have the convenience of just being able to walk out of my house and go to a kayak ramp. So it was a long road, but it seems like we're there, and thank you very much.
You're welcome.
It was a long road, but you know what? Good things come to those who wait, and we wanted to get it done right, and that just seemed to be the best location for it. But no, it'll be great to have it open for the summer.
Anyone else?
Seeing none, move to executive session.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
I hope so.
Whereas Section 8 of the Open Public Meetings Act, Chapter 231, Public Law 1975, permits the exclusion of the public from a meeting in certain circumstances to discuss matters requiring confidentiality and/or of a privileged nature, and whereas the Township Council is of the opinion that such circumstances presently exist. Now therefore, be it resolved by the Township Council of the Township of Toms River in the County of Ocean and State of New Jersey as follows. The Township Council will now conduct a private executive session. The general nature of the subject matter to be discussed and/or acted upon is as follows. Matters of personnel, land acquisitions, and contract negotiations. The following specific items to be discussed and/or acted upon are as follows. the personnel in the Toms River Clerk's Office and the administration, review of status of all real property acquisitions, and review pending BASF state tax appeal. It is anticipated that the deliberations conducted in closed session may be disclosed to the public upon the determination of the Township Council that the public interest will no longer be served by such confidentiality. Motion to go into executive session was moved by Councilman Kubel, seconded by Councilwoman Maruka, with all in favor at 6:35 p.m. Do I have a motion to go back into public session? All in favor? Do I have a motion to adopt the executive session minutes of March 12, 2019? Actually, Mr. Kubel, were you not at executive session last time? All in favor? Aye. And do I have a motion to close? All in favor? 7:55.